we have a government in bed with an NFU leadership similarly welded to the idea of the massacre of thousands of mostly healthy animals, seemingly unable to hear the words of the scientific community that it will not work. Deaf to the cries of hundreds of thousands of Brits who have signed the petition, and in contempt of the will of Parliament, which at the end of a 6-hour debate last November voted overwhelmingly against the cull. You have to remember, a few thousand years have gone by since badgers were here. They were here before us. This is the government which is struggling desperately to find a way to re-legalise the despicable blood sports of fox hunting, stag hunting with dogs and hare coursing. This is the government which abstained on a European vote to ban the pesticides which have been implicated in the demise of the bee population. This is what the last countryside protest got for their money. Let's hope we will be more successful this time. Let's hope we get one day a decent, compassionate government who will truly start to treasure this country's greatest heritage, its magnificent wild animals. For what use is a countryside with no wildlife? That's what this government is taking us to. June the 1st, 2113, this war against the badgers, against the badger killers, is not over. It's hardly begun, because this is a fight for the very lives of 100,000 at least innocent animals. But even more than that, it's a fight against the old-fashioned, bloody-minded, ignorant attitude that human beings and money and political power are all that matter. It's a fight for the rights of the other creatures on this planet. It's a right for their very right to live in these islands. The image of British farming, as they discuss it, is not very pleasant to hear. They regard us as cheap and sloppy. They point out that Britain is the only country which has a serious TB problem, and that this is no accident. These farmers have been let down by successive governments too, who did not care enough about you, and were not clever enough, and were too cheap to take the proper steps to eradicate TB, including the implementing of a vaccine for cows. Right now, the European Commission, so often used as an excuse by British governments, is offering to help us move towards validation and licensing of our cattle vaccine, based on BCG, the same stuff which cured our children years ago, and of the essential DIVA test, which discriminates between an animal which is vaccinated and an animal which is infected. They are ready to go. It will take probably 10 years, but it can happen. But even now, Patterson, Heath, Cameron and co are refusing to prioritize this, to prioritize it. They're standing around, they're striding around, telling us vaccination is years away, and wasting everybody's time with a cull which cannot solve the problem. This cull cannot even make a significant dent in bovine TB in the next 10 years. Do not believe those claims about Ireland, about New Zealand, about Australia and white-tailed deer, etc. in Michigan. The statistics have been massaged to produce the answer they want. Culling of wildlife has never eradicated TB in any country of the world. Surely we must do something right now, but the something that this government has decided to do and has sold to farmers has been shown by science to be ineffective. It has been rejected by Parliament. It's unacceptable to nigh on 250,000 people who have signed our petition on the government's own website. Patterson has now admitted that culling this whole bloody mess will be going on for the next 25 years. So how does 10 years sound now? 10 years sounds all right to me. At the end of this misery of 25 years, when the farmers will still have to be paying for their culling, and we the taxpayers will still be compensating them, there will still be breakdowns, TB will still be there, farmers will still be suffering, cows will still be suffering, and the badgers pursuing this course will be a pitiful remnant, a tragic ghost of a species which has been in Britain since long before we were. That's the future if you go with this cull. This cull is a cheap, shoddy pig in a poke, offered dishonestly to farmers as a solution to their misery. It will fail and possibly damage farming's relationship with the public forever. We offer a solution, vaccination, and we're already cooperating in community-led vaccination schemes. People of the UK, do not let this atrocity happen. Do not let it happen.
the brave decision, the robust decision, the logical decision, and the right decision is to immediately invest whatever it takes to bring into being a cattle vaccination program to ensure that in 10 years' time, cattle no longer fall victim to bovine TB. Most importantly, we will not unnecessarily, callously, and unjustifiably put to death hundreds of thousands of badgers. Needlessly. By the badgers themselves. Clearly, if the Secretary of State believes he has no option. I say to him that he does so. I say to him that he will earn the deserved respect and appreciation of the vast majority of the British public if he is courageous enough to abandon his stated policy and to work with us, with all of us. Scourge of bovine TB and to save that wonderful Mr. Badger.
Okay, thanks for all the speakers so far. We'll be heading off and marching towards Parliament in a few minutes. We've just got one more speaker.
Okay, so the science is pretty clear, the experts have spoken, the politicians have voted, and the public is definitely behind us. We've watched this crisis in our countryside unfold, painfully aware that we may be the last chance of badgers. We are ready and poised to fight. We're ready to take peaceful, direct action to disrupt the killing that starts tonight. We have family conference tonight ready to stop the killing, and we need your support.
Let's make it visual. Let's tell people who don't know about badgers how much we love them.
Yeah. We love the badgers and they matter to our nanas. Cameron, where's your manners? Why them cameras try to scan us? Some are sitting in a palace, champagne and scallops. Some are in the storehouse begging for a package. We can't even manage. Killing all the badgers ain't gonna fix the damage. It's sinning and drastic, like killing for plastic. Most are living plastic. We can't have this evil madness where you tell your grandkids the story of the badgers in 40 years time, when they've all vanished. That you was too busy getting dizzy with a gadget. Sign a petition, get busy and back it. Listen to the mission, see the vision and the tactic. This will make the difference cause I went and Rob cast it. Abbey Road Studios, I thought I just smacked it. Yeah, I wrote a banger cause the grammar I'm a captain.
Some things are black and white. Come on, we gotta win this fight. Some things are wrong and right. Some people gotta hold on tight. Some things are like dynamite. Gotta make them see the light. Some things are black and white. Come on,
Energy.
fight the fight.
Listen to my verse and words in the tune. It's all going down on the 1st of June. People gather round, give your point of view. In a manner underground, be the voice for your crew. Yeah, matters now, make a choice for the truth. You can't call the badgers if you ain't got the proof. NFU, death's bad karma for your revenue. NFU, it's not a clever move, I think you better think it through. Cause our inner city's gritty and we don't like the news. TB will be reduced by 60%, even if every single badger is dead. So what's the effect? We're not impressed. All the scientists said that it doesn't make sense, yet the killing goes ahead. I just sleep in your bed. Get off my badger or I will get vexed.
Some things are black and white. Come on, we gotta win this fight. Some things are wrong and right. Some people gotta hold on tight. Some things are like dynamite. Gotta make them see the light. Some things are black and white. Come on, fight the fight.
So the government instituted a major inquiry to establish scientifically the facts. That involved culling 11,000 badgers. And the results, by the government advisor to that independent scientific group, were that culling is not a viable policy option. Is not a viable policy option. Not a viable policy option. That culling is not a viable policy option.
First of all, would be very ineffective indeed, and it might actually make things worse.
In government, we were open to the idea. We asked the question, will culling work? And we conducted a 10-year-long, £50 million randomised badger control trial. That trial concluded it will not work. It's bad for farmers as the cull would cost them more than it saves them. Bad for farmers because the science does not stack up. And bad for farmers as tourists decide to holiday somewhere else, having decided that the sound of gunfire and protest is not conducive to vacation relaxation. This cull is bad for farmers because of the large costs and the small benefits. Culling makes TB worse by spreading the disease in the first 2 years. The benefits only appear after year 3 across the whole culling area. But in the ring area, the edge of where the cull is carried out, there are never any benefits. Do the farmers whose land lies alongside the cull zones realise this? I think not. Investment in 2009-10 in a cattle vaccine under Labour was 3,698,000, and on a badger vaccine was 3,698,000. Badger vaccine 3,200,000. That will fall by 2014-15 to 2 million on a cattle vaccine and 1.6 million on a badger vaccine. So I don't think I'm going to take any lessons from him about the investment needed in vaccine. When we spent the money, we've delivered the badger vaccine. His government has cancelled 5 of our 6 badger vaccine trials. If they had not been cancelled, we would now be a lot further down the road of understanding how that badger vaccine works in the field. I want to make some progress.
Open your eyes. Britain's badgers need your help. The government appears to be sweeping science aside and has the badgers in its sights. Soon, thousands and thousands of them will be killed in our countryside, needlessly. Stand up for badgers. Please sign the petition and write to your MP to help stop the cull. Thank you.